Well, hello and good afternoon. Hello to all of the eXp'ers out there. Hello to all of my fellow agent attractors. And once again, hello to all of the future eXp agents. My name is Brian Rouseau, and this is episode 20 of Agent Attraction Conversations. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, in today's conversation, I get my inspiration from a lot of places. Smart enough to know that I don't know everything. I certainly don't know, much about anything, but just enough to want to learn more. That's kind of who I am. So one of the sources that I draw from books. Another is podcasts. And one of the podcasts I listen to is something that's facilitated by the pastor of my church, Dr. Gerald Brooks, here in Plano, Texas at Grace. And he gave me some really good nuggets over the last few weeks. The first thing that I want to talk about in today's agent attraction conversation is, being on fire without burning out. Wow. That's for me a profound concept. The type of person, my dad had a really, really strong work ethic. He really changed the socioeconomic class that my family was in just super early, and he made a lot of sacrifices for that to happen. And in watching how hard he's worked, I can't tell you, and a lot of us are working that same level of intensity. It's really easy to get ourselves burnt out. And after giving this a lot of thought, I've considered, how can we avoid burning ourselves out? I personally believe that if we start to play to our strengths and understand who we are, really understand who we are, like, go into a place of meditation and just really and analyze your business, your natural talents and those developed skills, pursuing skills to develop, that really, really helps you. So the best way for us to be on fire without being burnt out is to understand certain strengths and lean on those strengths. The next idea kind of plays directly into that. Let's stop winging it. If we want to be attractive to other agents, if we would like to attract new business from a real estate production perspective, or just any other relationships, be those clients or otherwise, super important, guys. Like, let's winging it is good. Putting together an immediate solution, some type of ad hoc report or whatever it is we need to do on the fly, we can do those things. But nothing replaces preparation, right? So let's just not wing it as much. The podcast, that I referenced earlier, we mentioned, gosh, let's not wing it, because winging it is simply a lack of preparation, right? It's a lack of really having any organization in some cases, not in every, but in some. So again, let's be on fire without burning out, and let's try to limit the amount of winging it that we do. Let's prepare and be organized. And then the last thing that I'd like to talk about in this attraction conversation is, mental toughness. I love it. I love the idea that it's me versus me, because I don't fear anybody else. There's nobody walking on this earth that can really take anything from me. It's all about how badly do I want it, and how firmly will I stand my ground to make sure that I do everything in my power, to overcome any obstacle. There are market conditions, guys. Like, I'm under no illusion. I was in real estate in 2005. I was forced out in 2008. I'm blessed to be back in this opportunity here at eXp. And I think that the eXp model, with preparation and planning, very strategically from our founder and CEO, Glenn Sanford, love him to death for it, we can weather those storms a lot better. But I think having a certain level of fortitude, mental toughness, and self-discipline, those things are so critical in preparing yourself for that level up moment. Because if you're going to be an agent attractor, you're going to have level up moments. You're going to have to be able to not only carry the burden of your own self-doubt or you know, develop your skills so you can attract people on your behalf. But you're going to be called on for three-way calls. People are going to ask you to help them. Hey, what's your process? Where are you finding agents to talk to? You know, how do you follow up? As a matter of fact, this past Saturday, I was honored to host a booth, an expo booth at the Texas Realtors Expo in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. And I'll tell you what, guys, it was a great experience. I was able to step outside of my revenue share organization and host that booth with the famous author Julie Nelson, you know, Melanie Engerman, and Joanne Brown. Great ladies, and other EXP agents were kind of coming in and out of that spot. I really enjoyed it, and I tell you what, I felt so good to contribute to their success, to give of myself, and for their willingness to share and pour into me. That only happens when you have a certain level of self-discipline and preparation, and when you're able to stand in front of people fearlessly and boldly and talk about, you know, what you believe and why you think EXP, you know, might work for them, right? So I love the experience. I love that opportunity, and I'm just telling you guys that you can do the same. I love you, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll talk to you soon.